Pick the Nintendo Shack and pray. Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening says, yo.
Welcome to this week's episode of the Nintendo Shack Podcast, episode 419. We are the champions.
Are we?
It is.
Are we?
I don't
Are
know.
Keep talking.
Hello.
Yeah.
What? I literally asked in the beginning how I sounded, and you're like, you sound great.
You were sounding fine until the show started. Then it just.
My God, I literally didn't even touch anything.
Okay,
there you go. Now it's starting to snap back in. Yeah.
Because now I'm getting mad and I'm getting loud.
That's probably what it is. Be mad.
Keep doing that.
Whatever you're doing, do that.
You gotta say things that piss me off then.
Okay.
Animal Crossing sucks.
Yeah. You know that Mario
in some
guy?
ways it does suck.
That Mario guy's a fucking legend. His movies are just awesome.
Best.
How are you guys? I missed you. It's been a little while since we've chatted.
Mm-hmm. A couple weeks.
I was away.
It's been pretty good.
I think Delvin was away.
Yes.
Had a show with Josh where we just hung out. We also had technical issues on that one too. He had to bounce out for like 5 minutes, come back.
Sounds about right.
I vamped. I enjoyed being able to talk with Josh. We don't get to podcast as much as I'd like these days.
Me and Josh podcast exactly one time a year.
Once a year, yeah.
Once a year.
So it's really nice to see that.
I mark it on my calendar.
Speaking of technical issues, I can see that somehow I switched over to Wi-Fi instead of my connected, which means the cat probably pulled out the wired connector. And again, let me go see.
That's probably accurate.
I'm wondering if the Wi-Fi is what made your voice sound better.
Probably. Let me ask you a question, Don, since Rebecca's going for a second.
Sure.
Something happened yesterday. It was kind of interesting. I want to ask your opinion on it because I want to make sure I didn't do the wrong thing. So I talked to my dad yesterday, right? And we was having a conversation, stuff like that. I was like watching Invincible and stuff. I digress though. So he was telling me that like, hey, I'm buying a new car. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, I'm buying a Tesla. I'm like, oh, interesting.
No, don't buy a Tesla. Fuck Elon Musk.
I said that exact sentiment. Like, hey, you can buy it, but it's not on my list of cars I would buy. Frankly speaking, because I don't.
Somebody's gonna graffiti his car.
I said because I don't like the guy, I don't support the guy and stuff like that. But he actually made a compelling argument to me for why he wants to buy it. He was like, "Hey, I'm getting older, and this is kind of the best self-driving car you can buy." And like he test drove it. He's like, "I don't think I want to be driving all the time now because I'm older and my condition. And out of all the self-driving cars he's tested, this is the best one." I'm like, you know what? Can't be mad at that.
There's no other self-driving cars?
There are a couple, but they're not as good.
I do believe that to be correct. I believe that to be true.
And with him at his age, Tesla's the only one that has like all the charging stations like legit everywhere. So he would never have to worry about like not having a charging station anywhere around. Because another person I know has a Nissan electric car, and they're like, my problem was always like finding the charging station for that thing.
Is that the Leaf?
They have the SUV version. I forgot what that was called.
What was the? Okay.
But they always complaining that they can never find charging stations for it.
So what's the question?
Did I tell him the right thing? Because I was like, you want to get it, get it. But I don't agree with that guy's stance.
Generally thinking, I think to car enthusiasts, Teslas are good cars.
Yes.
Like the politics and like the approval rating of its founder notwithstanding.
Correct.
The product is fairly good.
As long as he doesn't get a Cybertruck. Don't let him get a Cybertruck. Those things are ugly as hell.
Rebecca, that was on the table.
Like I don't think I will ever own an electric car unless it's forced upon me.
I think I was looking at the for my next car. I was looking at the new Mustangs that are electric. I'm like, okay, that doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, I'm out. See, like that's where I'm like, I'm too old, right? Like not old, like real age, but like in
old in mentality. Like this is not.
I'm just I'm out. I still drive a carbureted vehicle. It's like I'm just kind of not the person to bounce that off of.
Yeah, I looked at it. I was looking at the new Mustang. Like maybe when I pay for this one off, and maybe down the line, if I decide to get an electric car, that'll probably be the one I get. I was like, yeah. Me and him had a good conversation about it though, because he understood what I was saying. But at the same time, this isn't about my or your political views, because he kind of leans very much the same way I do.
Just something I'd be curious to ask. If he wanted to buy a self-driving car because he didn't want to drive,
correct.
Why buy a car at all? Why don't you just take Ubers and Waymos and just let that?
He doesn't
be your
want to do
car?
that.
Why?
I guess it's kind of a sort of independence type thing. Like, hey, I want to be able to get in my car and go where I want to go. And plus, I think he wants the experience of still being able to drive sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good enough
Can
answer.
I recommend something that
really
maybe he hasn't researched yet?
Okay.
My dream car is the Polestar. It is a Swedish company, and it is self-driving and electric.
Okay. How much does this car cost?
Probably a lot, but I mean, Teslas also cost a lot.
They do.
I do think
So
they're
I
the
think if
more
you're going to spend $1
affordable-
million on a car, I think that look at the Polestar and just do some comparisons, because nobody ever talks about it, but it's my dream car.
Okay.
I've never even heard of
Nissan
it.
Pulsar.
Exactly, Polestar.
Polestar.
Oh, Polestar.
I literally thought you said Polestar. Polestar.
Pole.
You got that, Delvin? The
Yes.
pole.
Oh, I've seen these cars, but they look dope. Oh, the
That
price
looks really nice.
isn't that bad.
It's really wide.
Yeah, it says
Like it looks
from
like it's
50 to
been like
80,000.
smushed a little bit.
It does.
It has a smushed look.
I like the rims.
It's like a smash burger, but a car.
Yeah, these don't
Come the
look
little
bad.
kids that live upstairs, they hiss at our cats outside the window. They go.
They hiss at the cats.
They go.
Who does that?
The little Ukrainian kids upstairs.
The kids hiss at cats?
They see my cat in the window and they go.
Oh, that's weird.
That is weird. Very weird. Okay.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
I'll tell him about those
They're
kids.
they're just trying to scare them or get them to do something.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right, G-Man.
I'm looking at the price difference.
I'm going to go down on this hill, the sunset.
Yeah,
Right
the
now,
Polestar is like the low end $50,000. The Tesla on the low end is 36.
I was going to say, I think Teslas have the reputation of being like the most affordable electric car.
Yeah.
If you're not judging like the Chevy, Nissan Leaf, and that's like nobody wants that. Those are like
Yeah, nobody wants those shits.
Yeah, this
They
is
keep
like
those.
good car.
Good car, yeah. I'm looking at it, yeah. I'm looking at both cars. Like, yes, they are comparable. I guess we want to. I don't know which Tesla he's getting. Like, if he gets the performance Tesla, which is $54,000, that kind of compares to the Polestar's price.
They're
so, yeah.
insanely fast. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
you know that.
He said that. He said that exact thing. He's like, hey, yeah, these
Yeah.
cars are fast.
Oh yeah. That's a funny thing that I do think like car dudes they wanted to hate on electric until they hit the quarter mile, and then
You know what
electric
I don't
goes
like
a
about
mile
the
long.
electric is the fake engine noise that it makes.
Same.
Yeah.
That's gross. Like, it's utterly gross. Like I saw that during COVID and was like, never again. What was that?
I don't know what that is.
It was a car alarm.
Is that a car?
It's a Tesla.
Sounds like a bike.
It objected.
Not a Tesla in this neighborhood.
We object. We object to those. What you're talking
Sounds
about.
like a little bike.
Little bit.
Some
Oh
little
my God,
kid
get it together.
throwing their newspapers around the neighborhood.
Like a little bugle horn.
Get it together. What
It
is going
kinda does.
on? What they need to get it together.
Maybe you're being attacked.
Probably. It's possible, Rebecca.
Red Dawn.
Yeah.
Not me realizing that we're in episode 419, and episode 420 will be next weekend on 419.
This would have been a great, that would have been a great episode to have this
We
conversation.
should delay the show
Podcast by
one day.
day.
We should. 100%. I'll get high as hell. Just
I
talk all
probably
kinds of
could on
nonsense.
Monday evening, I probably could.
I
That's
think I
wild.
could too. Yeah,
We started this saying 419 weeks ago and some change.
Yeah.
And that blows my mind. What a little coincidence. It's pretty funny.
They have those fake motor sounds I can't see. They have them so that like people don't get hit by cars. Like you can
Ugh.
tell that there's a car coming.
They sound terrible.
Let the people get hit. That's the sound you give me.
Like animals probably too. So like you don't get hit, like you don't hit a deer or animal or something.
Let me tell you something about animals. They don't give a fuck. They will walk right into traffic like hit me, bitch.
That's Florida.
Yeah. The animals down here don't give
care.
a fuck at all.
Yeah, that's you. That's
yeah. That might be
I'm convinced the Florida sun does something to life organisms.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen dogs.
There's not enough shade. Like you have unconditioned sunlight for so much prolonged time that it just does something to y'all. The animals, the people, you're all just fucking whacked down there.
Yeah. Probably because I can't tell how many times I've seen like driving to work, a dog and get in the middle of the street and just stand there and stare at you. Like, fuck you gonna do?
You know, they say that like getting your daily dose of sun is really healthy and like good for your mind and stuff. But like some of the happiest countries in the world have the least sunlight.
Rebecca, sunlight causes cancer.
That's true.
A lot worse than that.
Especially with your people. See,
that's true.
What is happening out there?
Have you ever seen like Rebecca's losing it. Have you ever seen like a dermatology conference or something? No, it's like those have been very viral instances like on TikTok and stuff.
What is happening?
Like there'd be like a dermatology conference.
The child has the keys.
The Ukrainian?
They might be Russian. I'm not really sure.
Russian. Oh my God.
They're one of the two.
That might be. If I would have said that shit, Rebecca, that would have been a problem.
I mean, the same difference. Come on.
Yeah.
You know. That's hilarious.
The boy? Yeah. Oh my God, it's the boy that doesn't just every night at 9 p.m. when it's bedtime, tantrum.
Oh.
And now he has the keys.
For like 30 minutes.
Interesting.
Look here, Rebecca. You could do the funniest thing right now.
What would be the funniest thing?
You didn't get that reference, the Ukrainian Nutty?
Oh, got it.
You got it now.
I got it now. I got it.
Jordan, show Rebecca. Hop on the phone.
Okay, they went inside. I just heard them.
Wow.
We're good. We're good. Everything's fine.
Maybe.
For now.
Perhaps.
They do that shit again. Rebecca's going to go full Karen. Do you know who the fuck I am? I'm going to go right out there and tell. Let me tell you something.
They go right up to our window and like hiss at the cats.
They don't like your cats.
That's too close to the window.
That is.
What are we talking about?
Well, then mom comes out and yells at them in a different language.
Okay. Babushka! It's like all fucking John Wick over here, Rebecca's house.
Okay, based off of that, you might want to relax. Let the people do it.
Delvin said change his mind.
I am not the kind of neighbor. I'm not the kind of old person neighbor that's like, get off my lawn, kids.
My foster mom was, and she had a term for it. When she got full Karen, she would start telling people she's going to walk her happy ass somewhere. And when she said that, you knew, like, she meant business. Like and she did multiple times. I'd see her trotting across to the other trailer, across out to the road to give somebody a piece of her mind.
Goddamn right.
I had to vow to never be that kind of old person because I was that kind of kid that would go play in somebody's yard.
Oh.
So,
I used to bring other people's dogs home.
Oh, you steal dogs?
I didn't steal them. I would just play with other people's dogs and they would just follow me home.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's yeah. My mom used to think that was funny and weird. And like that continued. Like when I met Melissa, her dog of like her whole life. So I met Melissa when she was 16. She had this golden retriever her whole life since she was like 2. He used to sleep in the bed like with me. Like I'd sleep on the couch or something. Aww. Like he'd follow me around.
That's a green flag.
Yeah. Dogs are good indicators of how good a person is.
And cats. I just think of like if animals are drawn to you and like you're nice to animals and they like you, that's a green flag.
Animals are drawn to me.
Like this one.
You know, sometimes they get it wrong too.
I think I'm just more of an animal person than a people person.
Well, there's that part.
Yeah, I think that's just it more than anything else.
I think not liking pets or animals like is a very red flag. Like Trump being the first president to not have a White House pet makes sense, doesn't it?
That sounds on brand.
Like, what do you mean he doesn't have a dog? What do you mean?
He's also the first president to be a convicted felon and many other things.
Is he?
I think so.
Are we sure?
I think he might be. I'm almost certain he is. That's still in office. Let me say that.
Oh, okay. All right, there we go.
That's currently in office.
I think we need qualifiers here.
Yeah, that's currently still in office. Usually when you're a convicted felon, you got to go. This was like, nah, come on back.
This was obviously I tell Annabelle stories all the time. You guys see her; she's always on my shoulder and stuff. But
yes,
Annabelle cannot be. Last night, my wife sits in a recliner next to my little love seat. So usually the way this is I sit on the right side of the love seat. Annabelle sits on the left side of the love seat, right next to me, and then Melissa sits in the chair to the left. Right, so Melissa's not even on the same love seat as me and Annabelle. And last night, Melissa was trying to take a nap. She wanted to take a nap, and she loves to have a nap where a cat lays on her. It's like her favorite thing in the world.
It's a good nap.
And she was pleading for Annabelle to come sit next to her. And Annabelle is sitting on the arm of this chair, just outside arm's reach, looking at me while Melissa is screaming and yelling at her, and she wouldn't even bother to move. Not move, she wouldn't bother to acknowledge that she was even speaking. She just stared off in a direction like nothing was happening.
I can't hear you.
For 15 minutes. And I was like, yeah, I don't know why she doesn't like you so much. I've never experienced that. I've never had an animal just hate me.
Cats tend to also have their person. Obviously Boo likes me. You just saw him jump up here, but Josh is his person. He'll go under his arm. Whereas Frisk, I'm Frisk's person. He is such. If you
spoke to Boo, would Boo just ignore you?
No.
See, that's extra. That's the sort of thing that makes it feel personal. I'll pick her up sometimes and put her on Melissa's lap, and she'll start shaking her paws. She'll be like, "Oh, get off of me!" I'm like, yeah. Why do you have to be so mean about it?
It's funny.
This is not our relationship.
100%. Yeah.
I love cats.
Me too.
And dogs and doggies. I want a doggie someday.
I have the best plan in the world, but I can't put it out on the internet in case it gets ruined.
Good point.
Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
Sure.
If I whisper, maybe nobody will know.
Okay.
That usually works.
For Melissa's 40th birthday, I want to get her a golden retriever.
That's a good idea.
And a magician.
I like that.
She loves magic.
Oh, that's cool. Wait, that's so cool.
It's I think it's the lamest thing, but yeah, of course, Rebecca, it's so cool.
That literally sounds like the best birthday.
She loves magicians.
Would you get a puppy?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. I have to start trying to figure this out, both cost wise, because dogs are insane.
Don't you have 3 dogs already? Yes.
No, they've all died. We're down to the one.
Yeah,
1.
Yeah, both Link and Archie died in the last 3 years.
Yeah, they all got old.
So you just have Flea.
It's just Flea.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've had Flea for a bit now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm thinking
Goldens are so good. They're so good dogs.
I know it's going to cost me out the wazoo to line that up.
But the puppy. Oh.
But I'm thinking that's a way to show off big time. Right?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Hold on, I need to go get a charger.
I've been thinking about this for years, and we're almost there. Right, we're about 18 months-ish away. So it's I gotta start laying the foundation for this to happen.
All right. Whew. I just looked at the price of golden retrievers.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it.
Yeah. They cost a few arcade cabinets.
Yeah, it's like a fucking used car at this point.
Yeah,
I have no idea why dogs are so damn expensive.
They are.
Are they more than a couple hundred?
Oh, they're a couple grand.
A couple of grand. I'm reading this says average prices between 1,000 and 5,000.
I'm thinking it's like 3 and 5 actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking on the low end. This is going to cost me like $3,000.
It's going to cost a lot of Mario Karts.
When
it's a lot of Mario Karts.
in 2004, which is the last time I got a dog, like from a breeder, and that's
And I
like
just
kind of
never
a
have. That's some
specialty
white
breed.
people shit. I have never gotten
Nobody goes to
a
a breeder.
full breed dog ever.
It was $500,
Yeah.
and
Like
that was
the
like
idea of
special
paying that
breed.
much blows my mind.
Yes.
I've just went
that's like
to, like, a
crazy that a
pound.
golden retriever costs more.
I
I'm
just
sure
went
border
to a
collies cost
pound
more.
and was like, "Do you want me to take this dog?" Or like a friend had dogs, and I was like, "I'll take one of these dogs." I've never paid for like an animal
Okay.
outside of like maybe like a rehoming fee. I don't think I've ever paid more than like $100 for any animal I've ever owned.
You might
I know.
So this idea of
I like the idea of getting a rescue dog.
like this idea of paying money, hard money for a dog like that, you know, it fights against every inch of me. Like I hate it all day. I'm like,
get a certain breed.
but that's the part. It's like, but if I want a certain breed and I want it to be at a certain age at the right time, like I realize I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have
Donnie,
to figure this out.
You may have to make a trip to Miami.
Oh yeah?
Because there's a couple of them here based off what I'm seeing on this website, puppies.com, that are $1,300,
Uh-oh.
$2,500 for a six. That pup's adorable. $2,500 for a 6-week-old one.
Well, when the time comes, I may have to enlist Uncle Delvin to meet me meet me somewhere, meet me halfway.
Yeah.
Look at breeders around where I live too, and I would be happy to pick up and drive down with a puppy in
Here in
tow.
Atlanta, this shit is like, I was looking and it's like $3,000 or $4,000. I was like, you've got to be losing your mind. There's no way. There's no
Why don't you
way.
look up near me?
I'm on puppies.com. That's how I found it.
And Shack listeners, if you are a breeder or know any of, you know, if you think you
I'll
can
let
help me out,
Puppies,
keep it,
of course.
keep it on the down low. I don't want to spoil this surprise because I think I'm going to be like the greatest husband in the world for a day.
And if you know any magicians, let Donnie know too.
So she grew up with, I have one in mind actually. One we went out with her ex-boss in a crazy fucking night. I think I've told this story at one point. We went out with her ex-boss many years ago, and it was a crazy night. I'm pretty sure her ex-boss's wife was a swinger and was hitting on me.
Okay.
There was cocaine, bathrooms, speakeasies. It was a whole fucking time.
Okay.
It was
I
nuts.
like this.
But at the steakhouse that we started at, there was a magician there who did this trick where he pulled this gigantic donut out of his mouth and then gave it to somebody. And I swear to God, I've never seen my wife more in awe or mesmerized by this one magic. Like to this day, she's like, how? Because like she was totally on board with it being magic until somebody ate the donut, and then she was like, how is it a real donut? Like that blew her mind. She's just like, but how is it real?
I got to tell you, if a motherfucker pull out a donut out of anywhere and gives it to me in my mouth,
well,
I'm
you
not
know,
eating
it was out of his hand or something, right? But he put it like in his, and it like appeared in his hand. It was like one of those tricks.
The coolest
he was
magic
like,
trick.
and
Yeah,
the
I don't want
donut,
that.
and it was a big glazed
full size.
donut.
I don't
And
want that donut.
I think we still, from time to time, we'll still talk about it. Like it has been etched in her brain forever.
Yeah, I don't want that
So.
donut. Like you can keep
Two things. One, I don't know what's wrong with these golden retriever puppies, but on puppies.com near me, $900.
Oh,
That's
so
that's
just
pretty. That's worth paying you to drive it down.
yeah.
It's like I'll pay for your hotel and your gas. Like that's
Yeah.
a sweet deal.
And then the coolest magic trick that I have seen in person is like we wrote our name on a $5 bill or whatever, gave it to him, and then like later in the show he sliced open a lemon and pulled out our dollar that we wrote on.
See,
Like,
she loves
how
that.
did you do that?
So Rebecca's mom, I totally hear that, and that's not bad. But like, what I want to do is I want to create like that. I want to create that magic. I want the moment,
Yeah.
right? I want to like rent out like a small space in like a restaurant. I want to have the magician. I want her parents to be there, her work friends, and then I want to come through with this dog.
My mom says this because she has never gotten to pick out her own dog, and it was always given to her. And specifically that happened with the golden retriever.
That
So
blows.
I feel like this is personal for her.
She well, once she picked out her first golden retriever, she picked out Flea, she picked out Fred. Like, she picks out stuff all the time.
Also, to be fair,
She won't care.
if you let her pick it out, she's gonna of course pick out the most expensive one. It's it's just
that's a good point. That's a good point, actually.
Oh, it never fails.
But I'm here to tell you that if I show up with a golden retriever puppy, she won't care.
Yeah, she won't care.
There won't be 1 inch of I wish I could have picked, like that will not exist. So she will lose her mind. And I just have this. Yeah, I feel like when I die, she's going to talk about how I gave her the best birthday of her life. And I've been.
That does sound like a really good birthday.
I've had this in the back of my brain for like 5 years.
That's a good
I've been
plan.
thinking about this. On
My
all
lips
these
are
different
sealed.
places.
Yeah,
So,
nobody listens to this podcast. She'll never know.
I'm pretty excited. Speaking of this podcast, we are actually recording a show.
Maybe.
Not talking about dogs.
Welcome to Puppy Cast.
Welcome to the Dog Shack.
I'm backing you up, Mom. She didn't pick out her golden retriever. She didn't pick out my border collie.
Man,
Look here. Talk
Not
about
doing your
dogs
mom
is
wrong.
better than talk about that mid-ass game.
which one?
Champions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like that's going off so super well.
Wait, does Jack like it? You were going to show us a video.
Okay, so yeah, like we could start that now. So listeners, I put Jack on as a freelance assignment and was like, hey, make me a review for Pokemon Champions I can play on the show, which he did. He sent me a video last night and I attempted to play it on the thing and it didn't seem to work. It's in some weird format that I've never seen. The quality actually is not all that great. Like it's kind of muffled to hear. I only listened to it once, but and the reason I asked him is because I haven't played it. Have you guys played it? I'm not playing that.
No.
I played like 10 minutes of this ain't for me.
It seems really for Jack. Like he's the expert here. So he seems to, I want to say, and I can say, the day it came out, I actually sent him like the Wario tweet, and then I went up to his room to let him know. And when I opened the door, he was already playing it. Not only was he already playing it, he has both Switches out. He has my Switch 2, the Switch Lite. He had the games because he was getting Pokemon Home going. He's transferring Pokemon. He was in it. So that was maybe the most he's touched the Switch 2 since it released. And he did tell me, because I was like, dude, the internet is clowning this game. Like, they are killing it. And he was defensive, like, initially. So that makes me think that beyond all of its problems, and there are, I think he likes it. I do.
That's good.
Because he was talking about, like, this meta is pretty good, and this is all right, and this will get better. It was just very supportive.
But how are the balconies?
I got to ask how the balconies are. How are the balconies? Because he told me, he said the only reason that people are mad is because it's not as good as Pokemon Showdown, is what he said. And
Okay.
He said, and he's like, and this game just launched. Now, it's interesting. I think it's interesting that Jack will look at a brand new Pokemon game and wonder why it's not up to par with the rest of Pokemon games. But when this game launches, I'm sorry, up to snuff with like the other big AAA games of the medium, right? Like we've talked about that a lot, right? So Jack will look at a Pokemon ZA or a Pokemon Wind and Waves and he'll go, why isn't it Breath of the Wild? Why isn't it, Red Dead? Why isn't it better? But then Pokemon Champions release and Jack will be like, well, it's not Pokemon Showdown, but like he starts making, and like, cause in my head, I didn't
Showdown, the free program that is made by fans and their spare time, unpaid.
Correct. Cause in my head, that's exactly what I thought. I was like, wait a minute, like it should be better than Pokemon. Like that's not a bar too high to be better than the fan made game.
Correct.
And it's not. Like it's. I think it's objectively not that good, and that. Lame. Like that sucks. So
I'm surprised that not all Pokemon are compatible with it.
It only has like 150 or 180 Pokemon. It's not a lot at all, actually.
That's not a lot when you think about it.
He pointed out that they really focused on the ones that are most commonly used in the competitive scene, which makes sense. This is
of course,
I think, a tool for competitive players.
How do you not have half? And and if you weren't going to, then how do you not like get out in front of that and be like, we're going to add them as like parts of battle passes and expand. We're going to keep the game going. Like, how do you not get out in front of that criticism and start letting people know, instead of just releasing a game with less than 200 out of what, 1,200, 1,500 Pokemon? Like, that seems weird. And then, I have this in the news section, so I can just kind of read it, but it doesn't have 6v6 battles. It's only 3v3. It's 185
Really?
Pokemon. It runs at 30 FPS, even in Switch 2, and it's a choppy 30 FPS at that. There's a lot of like issues with like items, and I would say like small oversights. Like I've seen Pokemon that just magically heal themselves, attacks that do the wrong damage or don't do enough damage, or like things are just kind of off. It's not real tight, and it feels early. There's this one issue. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it. There's an issue where when you dock the Switch, it wouldn't upscale the resolution, so it would keep playing in handheld. And the only way to fix it is to then undock it and redock the Switch again. If you do it again, then it works.
That's
but it takes
so bizarre.
It takes 2 docks to get it to. It's like that shouldn't happen.
Yeah, sounds like
I'm
they
not
have a
gonna
lot
lie to you.
to do.
It's like, did anybody test this before it went out? A team of 5 kids could have given you a punch-out list to make this better for free. Like, you could have just had an early beta or something. And honestly, that's generally my take on it. It feels like that's what they're doing. That they have a game that they're working on, that they wanted to go ahead and get out there in some sort of early access and get people to start playing it so they can start refining it. But
that's kind of the norm nowadays, is put it out with problems and fix it up as it goes. At least it is free. You're right.
Yeah, it's free. It didn't cost anybody $70, so you can't be too upset about it. I did buy.
Now, do they plan to add all the Pokemon?
I have no idea. I really don't. I do know that they did release a statement basically saying, we're sorry and we're working on X, Y, and Z. So they've acknowledged the issues and they're off to the races. And I saw on Reddit this morning.
Is it Game Freak?
It's I'm not sure if you remember. I think it's called Pokemon Works. It's the new subsidiary that they created. It's basically, I think it's Ilka.
Ilka. Oh, okay.
They brought Ilka in as like a new subsidiary, and that's them. They're doing this. And when you think about it that way, like, I don't have the highest of opinions on Ilka.
Yeah. Are they the brilliant diamond shining pearl guys?
Nailed it.
Ooh.
So
they did fix most of the glitches in Diamond Pearl.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Nobody was there by the time they did it, but eventually. So yeah, we are the champions. Champions is out there. If you're into that competitive Pokemon scene like Jack. Here's the thing. He's played it every day. Okay. And I don't know if it's just I think it's like to him, I think this is his golf game. Like me, I'll play a bad golf game all the time. I don't care. I think this is his golf game. Like, it doesn't matter that it's not great. He loves this, so he can oversee its blemishes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Delvin can't hear you.
Yeah, you're muted, buddy.
There you go. As long as he enjoys it, that's what the main thing,
Yeah.
Sometimes, a bad game's fun.
Yeah, but to then make fun of Pokemon Wind and Waves, it's like, come on.
Of course.
Come on.
I really hope that they are making. I hope that they're making Champions like the competitive place to be, so that they can focus on other things for Winds and Waves.
I really think I think that's exactly what this whole thing is about. And I think it's just about laying a foundation. I look at this as like, this is a live service platform. This is something they're going to work on, I hope, for like 10 years. Okay. And it's just going to get better and better and better.
That makes a difference. Then that's just
now, if it doesn't make any money and they shut it down, then we got a real problem. Yeah. But the question
there will always be people that put in money for Pokemon.
And I think Ilka, I think these are the same people. Didn't they make Pokemon Home?
Maybe.
I think they made Pokemon Home, and I see this as like a companion to that. I see Pokemon Champions, and we talked about it when it was announced. I see this as a long-term platform to alleviate the Pokemon Company from having to do this sort of stuff in the games. So even if it doesn't get out to a strong start, I would be surprised to see them shut it down. Like, I think this is here to stay, for better and for worse. I think it's going to be here. So
hopefully they can fix whatever needs to be fixed on and add more Pokemons and stuff like that, which I think they will do.
yeah.
You know,
Delvin, what you playing, buddy?
I haven't been playing much. I'm playing nothing at all. I've been mostly just like, just getting everything.
Let me
in
ask you
order.
something. Sorry to interrupt you. Is that just an us thing, or is that a thing lately? Chat. Let me ask chat. That's maybe a better question for them.
Yeah.
Chat. I feel like the last 3 or 4 episodes or podcasts that I have either listened to or been a part of, I feel like everyone is saying the same thing. And I don't know. I'm just trying to grasp. Like, is everyone kind of just not feeling games at the moment?
My situation is more I'm just too busy to play games. Like, even when I get home and have a little time, I feel like I need to be productive in things at the house to get done. Like I got a whole bunch of stuff I need to get done.
I've just seen that sentiment like around, like online.
I have too.
I've seen people talking about doing movies, it just seems like, I don't know, like right now, like this week or something, like people are just kind of tired of games for a minute.
And
that's okay. It just seems collective, I guess.
It does.
I've noticed it.
At least to me, it's a lot easier to watch a movie and multitask, or watch a TV show and multitask, as opposed to sitting down and putting my whole focus on a game.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's what's ended up happening right now.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's just something I've seen, and like we've talked about those articles for over a year now of people talking about how your attention is starved and you're competing with YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. And it's like, I feel like just suddenly I've seen a lot of people talking about like, I'm just not really interested in games right now. And I'm just wondering what's in the water.
I'm playing games.
There we go.
There we go.
Nice.
What you play, Rebecca?
I'm still on my Pokopia grind. I haven't beat it yet, but I'm still playing that. But what I've been spending the most time this week is with Life is Strange Reunion. And I know that's not on the Switch, but I am playing it.
So what do you think, Rebecca?
You did play it? You said you weren't going to play it right away.
He played it.
He
gave his opinion on PSVG.
Did you beat it?
I played it. Yeah. Becca, why don't you go first?
You go first. We'll go on what he said.
Well, I am really enjoying my time with it so far. I feel like my brain is like a little bit confused around like the timelines and stuff, and like what happened with Safi. That part, I feel like either they're not doing a good enough job explaining it, or I am like just like not paying close enough attention and like remembering things from the first game. But like I kind of
at all. They've thrown that game. They just thrown that game right out of the water. They were like, "Don't worry about that. Fucking forget that happened. We're doing this now."
No, I don't think so, because I think that it's important. Like Safi is still important to this plot, and like I kind of forget how like things left off with her. And like I assume the reason why Chloe is there is because the two timelines merged, right? Is that what happened? Okay. Because I wasn't sure if like they just hadn't explained that right away, like if I was supposed to like piece that together myself, or if they just didn't
they did it in double exposure, and that's basically how they're pulling off what they just retconned all of double exposure. Is exactly what they did with that merge thing. Just kind of forget about it. Don't ask too many questions. They merged, and now we're moving forward.
Okay. I'm so glad to have Max's rewind power back. I feel like that's, the best game mechanic in the whole series, and like I've been waiting for that to come back, and like I just think the puzzles with that are so good. Like last night I just did the part where she and Loretta were in the basement of that frat house, and the police are about to demo it, and you have to find a way to snap all the cords before they do it or whatever. Like that to me feels like true Life is Strange. Yeah, like those kind of puzzles and stuff. I am a little bit past the part where like after Chloe and Max meet up and kind of talk in her house and stuff, and like try to like, I feel like Max is not really communicating everything super well to Chloe. Like I feel like a lot, it's like suffering that problem of like movies where like if they just talk to each other and like explained everything and communicated, then like there wouldn't be half the problems that we have. Like, I feel like they're both just kind of beating around the bush sort of thing instead of having like a full conversation about it. But I'm so pissed off that they separated, and I understand that's gameplay wise so that you can play as both Max and Chloe. If they were together the whole time, it wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense. But like, they split up. Like, Max went to go investigate Abraxas and Chloe went to go talk to Moses, and it's like, y'all are like supposed to be with each other right now. Like, you've been separated for all this time and you thought she was dead, and like, just
It's
like
crazy,
that
isn't it?
frustrates me.
Like,
Like, that's
they
not what
link
would happen
right
in
up,
real life.
And they're
That's
like,
not
all
what
right,
would
ready,
happen.
break. They run off in different directions. Like,
That would not happen. Also, you know what else pissed me off? When she had Chloe like, hey, come on, you can sleep in my bed. She was wearing her shoes in the bed, in somebody else's bed. Who wears their shoes in bed, period?
That's a fucking line step right there. Get the fuck out of my house.
Seriously, she
You
did not
lost
take
your
her shoes
motherfucking
off when she
mind.
went to bed. It's
Dirty
bad
ass
enough that
Nikes
she
in my
wore her
fucking bed.
outside clothes in somebody else's bed. You don't wear outside clothes in bed. You wear inside clothes in bed.
Goddamn right.
Oh my God. And she wore it in somebody else's bed.
I do that sometimes.
Oh no, that is disgusting. But you wouldn't do it in
Domestic
somebody
terrorism.
else's bed. You wouldn't do it like if I invited you over, you wouldn't sleep in
I
your
wouldn't do that.
outside clothes and shoes
I
in my
might.
bed.
Not with you, but like if I was in my own room, I might.
Yeah.
Yeah, Melissa thinks that's super weird too, but sometimes I'll just like wear whatever I was wearing
No.
to bed. I'll just be like in jeans and
No.
a t-shirt and go to sleep.
Listen, I have too many snotty kids come up and hug me at work every day, and it would just gross me out to wear that into the place where I'm going to be sleeping.
Yes.
Don't like that. Don't like that. Anyway, I think like if I can wrap my mind around the timeline things and just like the consistencies, like I'm really liking the gameplay of it. It's, you know, taking the, you know, Max's power from the first game. And, you know, I remember not liking Chloe's backtalk thing in Before the Storm. I didn't really like it at that time, but I'm not hating it this time so far. I feel like because she's like, it's more of like she's using it as like a persuasive type of thing, whereas she was just kind of like a snotty teenager who was like.
So I always liked it because
walking
she
back.
is a punk kid, and I like.
I like it too.
I thought it was good for the character.
I feel like it's just written more like intelligently this time for
I
her.
agree with that. I think, yeah, I do think the sections make. I mean, it's been a long time since I played Before the Storm. I never minded.
Me too. I kind of want to
Before the Storm,
replay it.
But yeah, I do think that the backtalk sections that I played in this game, I thought were good.
Yeah. So I think the next part that I'm going to be doing probably tonight is playing Chloe meeting up with Moses. And Moses is like my favorite character. So like I'm really excited for that. I love
Can
Moses.
I ask you something
Protect
about
Moses
Moses?
at all costs. Yeah.
I have something that puts me off to Moses every time I
Really?
interact with him. Yeah.
What?
I think of all the characters in the game, for some odd reason, every time he comes on screen, I can't help but think I'm looking at like an Incredibles Pixar movie. I'm like, the look just seems out of place with everyone else, and I don't know why, but like that's what I think. That's what my head sees. Like his
Really?
style. I think it's just a me thing. I don't even think that's a real thing, but it kind of catches me off every time.
I want to
It's
know
like
what
a
Delvin
noticeable
thinks.
thing.
Let me look at Moses. Put him on the screen. Control, Alt, paste. Moses.
Let me see here.
I don't see it. I'm trying really hard.
It's almost like he's like a Telltale character in a Life is Strange game.
Okay, let me see Moses.
And I don't know why, because like you would think like it doesn't look all that different from the others, right?
Is
But
it because? Oh, I don't know.
I don't think this picture's gonna do it any justice.
Let me check him out.
Let me see if I can blow this up at all. It's
He's
really
just
small.
my favorite. Like I love it every time he talks. Like he's so
does.
like he's such a good
He's
friend
going
for
a little bit more,
Matt.
but he does have like a little Pixar's face.
I think it's like he has like simple-ish
Yeah,
design.
he has a little Pixar's face.
like
He
character.
has like
bit.
more rounded features.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like smooth, you know. And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah. Every time he comes on screen, I'm like, it's like you don't fit here, like you don't belong here.
Yeah, he looks
like
a
you
little
don't
bit like
fit in. He sticks
Max
out.
is Kiki and Moses is Booba.
Yeah, he looks a little bit like the toy collector from Toy Story 1, I think it was, with the roundish face. Yeah, he got a little different.
I think the rounded features are probably why.
I agree with you. He's the
I love him.
Yeah.
If anything bad happens to him, so my friend beat the game and all that he has said is I got the bad ending. And I said, wow, that sucks. But I don't know what the bad ending is. So don't tell me.
Thanks, Jules. I think when you see it in motion, I think it hits even like it's more severe. When you see him talking and moving,
I'll try
like
to think
the
of that.
hands and stuff, it's almost I don't know if I know enough about animation to really peg it. I just know it's not quite like it's not like the others.
Like he looks more like a cartoon character than the other characters do.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Well,
Okay.
He's just a bit more bubbly.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
spoilers,
Like maybe
I
they
haven't
needed to put some wrinkles or you know, some gray hairs or something, not to make him look older, but
He looks like a character like in
acne
Knack.
or
Okay.
yeah.
He looks like a character in Knack more than Life is Strange.
Anyway, he's my favorite. He's so smart and he's such a good friend for Max. He's good at keeping her secrets and not judging her. You know, he's a scientist, but he is fully believing her, you know, with her powers and stuff and wants to find the scientific reasons behind it. And he's just so good for her. And he's also I really like that kind of archetype of the scientists who you know, are a little stupid in other ways, like his toaster lit on fire or whatever, and she had to save his save him from that little fire. I don't know. He's one of my favorites. I just enjoy
His
every
water,
time
his
that
tea
he's on the
kettle.
screen. Oh yeah, his tea kettle. Yeah.
I haven't played it yet because I heard Donnie talk about maybe this can wait a little bit.
See, that's why I don't want to. Don't let me warn you off. Play the game.
No, you're good. But
See it for yourself.
I'm more like this can wait.
I gotta say that it
someone
was a very emotional, an emotionally satisfying moment when, you know, Chloe pulls up in her truck and you think it must be a, you know, security car or police car or something. And then she stands in front of the headlights and it's Chloe and they start playing that song from Life is Strange 1. And I'm like, ah! It just bothered me to embrace and a hug immediately.
I think you're going to like the game then.
Okay.
'Cause I think the game is just placating to that. And that's okay. I think after everything that this series has been through,
It needs to be
think I think that's the way.
This needs to be fan service to game.
No,
I go in very low expectations nowadays for Life is Strange. Just enjoy what they give me. I'm not going to be too hypercritical. I'm not expecting or wanting certain things. No, he is not a romance option. They are strictly platonic, and also he has a boyfriend.
Yeah, I was hypercritical of it, and I stopped playing it. I actually uninstalled the game.
It was really funny because in the beginning you have to say what your previous choices were. Did you romance Amanda? Did you romance Vin? Did you romance Chloe?
And they actually pay that off.
I had to say yes to all three of those, and then talking to Chloe was very awkward when she was asking, "Well, have you hooked up
here
with anyone
running
here?"
around like a little slut?
Yeah, I respect it.
No, I was just Chloe only. I got eyes for you, babe. Yeah, my take on it, I think, is I can make it a bit shorter than PSVG. I mean, ultimately, I was pretty upset with, just the state of the game. My big takeaway, I played it on PlayStation 5, and I encountered many issues, just graphically, performance-wise. There's a lot of pop-in, a ton
the only
everywhere.
thing I've noticed.
And it's just it's kind of, I wouldn't say egregious. It's not, it's playable, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
It really feels like after the last game, and this is just me speculating based on what I see here, it really feels like Square Enix was because we knew we had a contract for 2 games with Double Exposure. This would be Double Exposure and another one. And it really feels like Square Enix came to them and was like, listen, make the next game as cheap as you possibly can. Let's get out of this. Let's bring this to a close.
Aww.
Because my biggest issue with this game is, and it's not, they retcon all of Double Exposure. That's a plus. That's a bonus for me. I'm like, yeah, that's
They
great.
don't. Why do you say that? They really don't. I mean,
I
like,
disagree with you wholesheartedly. They absolutely.
they talked about how there was a storm, and
Yeah,
you
but
know,
it's so glossed over and unmeaningful that you can just tell the pivot is strong. Like they basically just write off characters completely. They're like, yeah, this person left and that person's gone.
like
and
Diamond.
Chloe's back and don't worry
Yeah.
about it, and it's
I miss Diamond. She was good. I liked her.
they also reuse so much of double. It's like they're just doing double exposure 1.5. Like you're still going to the double exposure, like to the school courtyard, to the library, to the same bar. Like it's so much, like they use so much of the same thing. It's like, all right, we're not going to fund you to a full new game, so take what you have and let's try to close this series out. And like they're like, well, if we just throw Chloe in it and them two find each other, people will be happy. And ultimately, my take on this, Rebecca, is to be a little bit harder to say like succinctly because there's like some background here.
Yeah, we can talk more in depth when I beat it.
Like when Starship Troopers, which is the movie you haven't seen that we talked about.
Correct.
Me and Dev and Delvin have talked about that movie for a bunch on the show. And every time it comes up, I often mention that Starship Troopers has like 6 movies. There's like an animated one. There's like 3 sequels, a reboot, and they're all awful. They're all terrible. Everyone loves the first one.
Yes.
And when I bring that history up, Dev always reminds me that for Dev, there's only one. Because unlike, I want to say us, but I don't want to speak for you. I'll say me. Because unlike me, Dev doesn't feel the need to see every thing and every conclusion, every ending and how it happened because it's bad. He's like, nope, I love the good one and I'm just going to keep that. And that stuck with me when I was playing this game because I did enjoy the nostalgia of Chloe coming back. I did. It's everything else that just reminds me of how we've gotten here. And a part of me is just like coming to a realization. It's like, why do I keep playing? Why do I keep doing this? It's been bad for me for so long, but it's like that love of Life is Strange and Before the Storm. And for me, Life is Strange too. The love for those 3 games have been so strong that I have pulled myself through playing all of these other ones just on the hope that it gets back to that. And while I was playing it, I literally had that thought in my head, and I was just like, why can't I just be more like Dev? Like, why am I even doing this? Like, I don't like this. Why am I doing it? So do you think
if they made another one with new characters, you probably wouldn't play it again?
I think I'm done. And honestly, that's what happened. I was playing a part. I was a little further than you are now. So like I played through Chloe coming back and the Abraxas house and everything. And I just kind of played through the next 2, like I'd say the next 2 sections after that.
Okay, so you haven't played it.
And I was just like, why? Why am I doing this just to see the end? I could just Google it. And I literally went to the home screen and I clicked uninstall and I was like, I think that's it for me. I think I'm done with this.
Wow.
And yeah, that was generally my take.
I will update you when I beat it or play more of it at least and maybe let you know what I think.
I do think the fan service part I think is going to go well, and I'm just saying that based off what I've seen on the Life is Strange Reddit.
Yeah.
Right? There's the Pricefield fans seem to be really enjoying it, and then the other Life is Strange fans seem to think this is terrible.
Well, I'm going to play it.
So I'm thinking for you, Rebecca, I think you'll enjoy it.
I hope I do. I love these characters.
Too. I actually haven't looked up the rest since I uninstalled it. I started playing other things, and my mind left me. But yeah. I'm honestly like, I feel like it shouldn't have taken me this long to get to that point, but somehow it did. It's like I could have just not played double exposure altogether, but somehow I did.
Yeah, I think they did that like on purpose so that like people who want to see the characters back again, like they don't have to have played it to really understand what was going on.
Yeah,
I feel like you'd be really confused though if you didn't. I don't know.
And that's what I mean with the retcon. And even like the time merge, like they really just kind of, they explain it to you, but they don't explain it to you that it was a merge. They're like, yeah, no, like the town's still there, the storm never, and we're like, what? And it's like, oh, they must have merged. And like, there's just a lot of like, you just have to believe it. You just have to accept it and move on. and don't ask too many questions, because if you ask too many questions, this game kind of falls apart really fast.
I feel like I'm trying so hard to like wrap my head around it, and like I'm not sure if I'm getting it or not. Like
I think you just have to accept it.
Yeah.
There was also you went through the university area, right? You're walking around and like all the space stuff and all. Did you encounter weird lighting issues? I feel like I have crazy lighting issues every time I'm indoor in this game. Crazy lighting issues.
The thing that I'm noticing is the pop-in. That's like probably the worst thing. But I am playing it on Steam. I'm not playing it on PS5.
On PS5, every time I walked, if I was indoors, so it was at the bar, definitely at the university, it's like every time I walked into like a shadow, because the game is trying to like lessen the light, like everything just like would lessen. And then if I walked back into the light, everything would. It was just very unnatural. It was like flickering. Like this to appearance to the person, it looked like it was flickering a lot. And I was just like, this game just looks not ready for prime time. Like just looks kind of unpolished.
Yeah, I didn't have that on Steam at all. That's a shame for PS5. Yeah, so I'm playing that. I'm still playing Pokopia. I haven't been playing Pokopia every day. Like I'm kind of slowing down a little bit on it, but that's just because I'm doing other things. I was also following
I'm working on the Rocky Ridge or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah. I was following the Artemis live stream a lot this week. Watching them go around the moon and then come and land and stuff. So like that was something I was doing a lot, and I'm just gonna keep playing my normal things. Tomodachi Life is coming out this week, so me and Josh are sharing that. I'll talk about that next week. And then just like some little indie games too. Oh, I played a couple. Can I just talk about them real quick? I have a lot of like little indie games that I'm playing. I know that you sent me a bunch of things. Yarden just sent me something. I downloaded some stuff from the spring Steam sale.
What the hell? Sorry. I don't know what that was. I was trying to check. I got a voicemail, and I was trying to check my voicemail and start playing music.
Oh.
What was that?
That's okay.
Play the voicemail over the show.
That's what I was trying to. I was afraid of doing. I was trying not to do that.
All right, I have just two quick shout outs because I haven't played everything that I got yet, but the two quick shout outs of like things that are Nintendo adjacent, I feel like. On Steam, they might be on Switch too, I have no idea, but just Nintendo adjacent types of games. Kabuto Park is this game where you, I think I 100%ed it in like 2 hours. You catch little bugs and you fight them like in Pokemon battles, kind of, sort of. But it's like also like, it's kind of like card based. Like each of the bugs have different cards for like different attacks and defenses and stuff. It's so cute, so charming. But it's like kind of like back to who was the Pokemon guy who was like, I liked catching bugs as a kid, and that's how I thought of Pokemon. Who was that guy?
I don't know.
Mr. Pokemon.
Creator of Pokemon, whoever that was. That's basically like taking it down to its most simple parts in Kabuto Park. Super cute. If you want to spend you could probably like beat the game and like have a lot of time to refund it. And then the other one that I played that is Nintendo adjacent is called Penko Park. Donnie, it's kind of given Pokemon Snap.
Oh.
You go through these like haunted type of wilderness routes, like it's like an abandoned zoo or wildlife place, and there's different monsters that like pop up, and then like you unlock things that you can interact with them and make them do things, and you're kind of filling out your photo album, but it's like one of those on rails photo shooter. It's given Pokemon Snap. It's called Penko Park.
Penko?
Penko, Penko.
Penko Park.
I haven't beat it yet. I only played it once for about 30 minutes. But I will come back to it. It's very Pokemon Snap adjacent.
It has a 98% overwhelmingly positive review out of 600 reviews on Steam.
And it's like very creepy. Like if you like your horror type of things, like they're weird, creepy monsters.
This looks pretty good. I'm gonna wish list.
Yeah.
Nice. Pick this up on a cheap sale one day.
Yeah. And then I played some others, still kind of going. But those are the two that I'm like, these are Nintendo games, but they're indie. So
I've played a lot of N64 this past week. I'm going through Diddy Kong Racing.
Oh, I love
trying
that
to
game.
complete that game.
So
I've been
good.
playing a lot of wrestling games. Played Mischief Makers for a night. That was kind of like on my to-do list. I wanted to check that one out. I don't like that one as much, I think, as the internet was telling me. Ryan recommended it to me. It's like a 2D platformer for 64, which makes it stand out. But I don't like the control scheme nearly as much. It really feels like it's right at home with I feel like this is like a Sega Kids game. Like if you were into like the Genesis, or it honestly feels like right at home with like maybe like Saturn or Dreamcast. Kind of like that Knights kind of thing. But still playing Pacopia. Like I mentioned, I played Life is Strange, and I've just been kind of bouncing around trying to find something to play until something to play showed up in my inbox. I had a developer reach out to me and said, "Hey, we're launching next week. We'd like you to play it." And so I have a secret game that I'm playing. I'm under embargo until the 16th. I've been playing it all weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm debating, and this is just really torn on time. I'd like to make a video for this. Like, we don't really do that sort of like content anymore, but this is my kind of game. And I'd like to, it may not be there on launch. It may be the weekend after launch. Like the 16th is what, like Thursday? Is that Thursday? The 16th?
Yeah.
So it may be like Friday night, maybe. But I'd like to do like a review video for them just because I've really liked, I've liked being, I think, a part of this project because I've been talking to these people for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And I've been sharing a bunch of bug reports with them, like a bunch of, because the game does have, like some issues here. And I've been like really deep. I've shared some of that with Delvin privately. Like I'm starting sending them all kinds of things that I'm doing. They were like, holy crap. And it's been pretty funny because Dev has always teased me that like I always find issues with games. And he's like, you'd be really good at this. So I'm sending them like all kinds of stuff. Like, so this happened, but if I did this, then X happens. And if I do this fixed it. And the devs were like, this is great. Keep doing this.
My friend, that's actually one of my friend's job.
They should hire you.
So, this weekend, next weekend, or next show, you'll hear about it. It's very much a Donnie game.
Yeah.
I doubt
you'll hear all about
cares.
GTA 6 next show.
Yeah. I doubt anybody cares. But honestly, and this is genuine from the heart. This is a game that I have wanted for so long. It's such like a core Donnie moment to have this. I showed it to my wife last night and she was like, holy crap. Because she remembers my younger years where I was like addicted to this stuff. So I'm pretty excited. About it.
Oh, I'm so intrigued.
Hope people can give it a try. And that's it for me. Just a lot of N64 until this game popped up. I feel like I also am not as much on the Pacopia as I used to be because I can't, like I really want Melissa or Victoria to play with me. Like it's not as fun if I'm not trolling them while I'm doing it. It's like I've kind of got my fill. I've built my house. I've got my Pokemon. Like I've kind of got my fill out of the game. So now it's like I need more from it than what it's currently giving. So
I get that.
Melissa's still not ready. She's still playing Animal Crossing. I can't get her over.
It'll click at some point with her, I think.
I think about trying to pivot. Since we got the boost, the Switch 1 boost, what's really nice with that? Cult of the Lamb.
It had the update, right?
And they've had so many expansions since I played it the first time. I'm considering trying to see if I can will her into maybe doing a co-op Cult of the Lamb reroll with me. I think she would really like it if I could get her into it. She's seen the imagery, right? Because I have a hoodie and I've got a bag. And I don't think she likes the imagery, but I think she'd like the game. Like when she sees the game and how playful it is, I think she'd like it. And I'm thinking about doing that. It's just, right, when do I fit it in? Because time right now, like Delvin, work for me at the moment sucks, and it's going to suck for like weeks ahead, if not months ahead. So Rebecca, we're preparing for World Cup here And starting like June 1st and really May 1st, that's going to take over my life. And I keep bringing this up on PSVG, and I need to bring it up to both of you guys as well. Like, for the entire month of June and maybe July, you guys need to be preparing like I'm not going to be here. Maybe I make a show or two out of those 8 weeks, but I won't know until the day of.
Understandable.
And here's the thing. Even if I do, if I'm not playing games, I probably just won't. I'll probably just not. Like, if I don't have anything to really say. Right.
We can
So
set up some fun stuff for June and July while you're going.
okay. I just need you to.
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah, like notes,
Right, Rebecca?
posting the show, because I'm just, and it's already starting to tick up. It's ticked up in a way that now my gaming time has been like cut in half. Like I'm basically playing games like 1 day a week. It's usually today. I usually play games after.
Well, don't
Shaq.
forget, you can still come on the show without having played anything.
Yeah, I know. That's more of a personal thing for me. You know, like I want to have something to say.
I never play anything.
And I might. Like I'm imagining multiple weeks away from you guys, I'll miss the hell out of you. You know, because you guys are all like my best friends. So I'm imagining I may just show up just to say hi, or just for you to tell me what I've missed, because I may miss stuff.
Perfectly fine.
He's gonna show.
What was just announced? Rhythm Heaven, right? Rhythm Heaven comes out July 2nd, and my first thought
I'm so
when I saw
excited.
it, I was like, I'm gonna miss it. I'll be like knee deep in World Cup. Like I won't be playing that until probably after World Cup.
In July?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, when is the World Cup?
We have matches. It starts. Our first match is July 10th, and we run through like July 22nd.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we've lost 3-4 people at my office in the last month.
Oh.
So we're really down on people. So we were planning to have shifts, and now shifts are out the window. Now I'm just working every day.
Yeah.
What was Delvin going to say?
Rebecca, he'll be here. This man had a day off a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, he just popped up on the show because he loves it so much. I love it. I love that he's that passionate. He's just here, man.
Rhythm Heaven is $40. We're bringing back the 3DS era.
News. Yeah, it's $40, both physical and digital. Remember, Nintendo was like, our physical games will cost more. Well, this one's the exact same price, and it's complete on cartridge.
That's dope.
It's not a game key card. So you get a full cartridge for it. We're getting more of like, I guess that smaller cartridge is getting out in the wild. I just got Mio. Well, that was like a big thing. It was like a cheap game. It was like $30 and it came fully on cart. And I think in the last, 2 months, we've gotten like 8 or 9 indie games that are full physical. So that smaller size cartridge seems to be making its way around.
That's good.
That is good.
I like that we get these little boutique cheaper games and these small size cartridges. Help us get that. So yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, let's finish off the news here then. Switch 2 Elden Ring resurfaced with an Amazon listing that caught people off guard because it's being listed at $80. Now, an important thing to remember is that it comes with the Erd Tree expansion included. So it's Elden Ring plus the Erd Tree for $80. It also is a game key card. People are pretty upset about that too. So, what do you guys think about Elden Ring for Switch 2 being $80?
I get it.
Eyes.
It's with all the DLC.
With the DLC, I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's the complete edition.
Yeah,
to my understanding.
007 First Light, the new game, the new GoldenEye game from was it IO, right? The Hitman folks.
Yes.
They've delayed the Switch 2 version for, quote, later this summer. So that game comes out next month on PlayStation, Steam, and Xbox, and the Switch 2 version has been delayed until later this summer.
I don't have a problem with it. I think people are seeing that, hey, these Switch 2 ports, if they're good, will sell good. So we want to make sure that when they come out, it works. That's a lot of games are getting new life on Switch 2, so.
Yeah, because I feel like your first press for that is like what people will remember about it. So you want to get it right when it comes out.
Yeah,
I agree. It's interesting that like I was starting to believe that maybe this was behind us, right? Like we've had Resident Evil and we've had a couple, and it's like, all right, it seems like the Switch 2 is here. We can expect day and date, and like almost like immediately the return is like, no, we're actually delaying this one too.
Yeah. It's going to be a couple of hiccups along the way. It's going to be 1 or 2, it seems like. it's fine.
I don't. So we don't really know where the Switch 2 lands. Like, are we in the Switch 1 realm where games show up 6 months later on Switch, or is it going to be more like Resident Evil moving forward? I don't think we really have a good idea.
Yeah. To be fair, Eidos is kind of still a small studio. They only work on Hitman. They're independent. Hitman is the only game they make. So I kind of feel like this is kind of expected. I think.
I wonder if they farmed the.
This game has to hit. By the way, this 007 game has to do good.
Because we have another podcast, but I've never been sold on this one. Yeah. From the moment I've seen it, it's just not clicking for me. I hope it's good, but I'm not looking to buy it, and haven't been too interested in it yet.
Yeah, I've wanted a new third-person 007 game for a while, so I'm hoping it's really good. I love Daniel Craig's James Bond specifically, but hope it's good.
Level 5 had a showcase this week where they had Professor Layton in the World of Steam. Still no release date on that, as that game continues to they just continue to release trailers for years. The Girl Who Steals Time, was that a one that you were real big into, Rebecca? Yeah, that's coming to mobile.
I played for a little bit.
That's what I thought. That's coming to mobile. You can play it on phones soon. Okay. They're doing a remaster of Snack World that's coming. Deca Police showed up again without a release date, but I think they've said that they're moving that to Switch 2 now, so I don't think that's coming to Switch 1. And then Inazuma 11, I think, comes out in a couple months. Some interesting announcements there. Warhammer Survivors is coming to Switch later this year. It's from the Bolt Gun devs. This is I just completely went blank. What's the Survivors game that everyone plays?
Vampire Survivors.
Vampire Survivors. This is Vampire Survivors, but if it was Warhammer.
Okay.
Which has my attention. I will be buying that game. That looks like that's like a really great fit for Warhammers. Just endless waves to just constantly mow down. That sounds fun.
Yeah, there's a Karate Survivors that's really good too for people who want to try that.
Yeah, I think there's like 100 Survivor clones.
Yeah, but Karate Survivors is good. It's literally
I got big into. There's a Geometry Wars Survivor game on Switch, and I played the hell out. I've beaten that like 3 or 4 times. That game's awesome. So I can get into these sometimes when the IP hits. I'm really excited about this one. Super Battle Golf has been announced for consoles, including the Switch, and it's arriving this summer. And that game is making waves. Of course, I've been following that game for a minute because I genuinely follow most any golf game that looks half decent. And from the moment that thing went early access and then played, people like it. Like, it's kind of a viral hit. And yeah, it's gotten play, like it's got traction online. It's created some buzz. So I'm excited to see. I haven't played it yet, and I'll wait for the console version, but I'm excited to try it out. Have you guys ever seen any footage of this game?
I have not.
All right. So it's like a battle royale, and battle being the right word, where everyone gets dropped into a golf course and you have to finish the hole first while all chaos is happening around you. So there's like power-ups. You can like shoot each other. There's like laser beams, like a golf cart. You can just like drop kick each other. So you all have to play golf. You have to finish the hole first while all chaos is happening around you. Somebody could hit you with a golf cart, hit you with a bomb. It's very like wacky and Looney Tunes, Fall Guys kind of golf thing. And yeah, people dig it. And you can watch videos of it online and stuff. Like, it's kind of that multiplayer thing that's got a little run. So I thought that was a pretty cool announcement. I'll be looking for that one.
Yeah.
Switch Online got 3 new Namco NES games: The Tower of Druaga, Pac-Man, and Mendo Palace.
How has Pac-Man not been on there?
Yeah.
That is kind of wild that Pac-Man hasn't been on there. Like, I would thought that was already on there.
Switch 2 has sold over 5 million units in Japan alone.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. Like, that's a whole lot. Good Lord. Splatoon Raiders and Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave have recently received PEGI ratings in the EU. So dating back to the Nate the Hate rumors a couple of weeks ago.
Wait, does Fire Emblem have a release date yet?
Nope. But Nate the Hate said it was dropping this summer.
There you go.
He said both of these games are dropping this summer.
how much can drop this summer? We don't have anything on Splatoon Raiders. I mean, Star Fox cannot possibly come out this summer.
He said it's coming out this summer. And actually, I don't know if you guys caught this. He said last week that game is going to be announced, I think this week or this month. Like that game's going to be announced soon. Everyone's waiting for that to be
out this summer. Also,
I agree
we've
with
seen nothing for Splatoon Raiders. We just know it exists.
There's a new thing bubbling around now that I don't know how much. One, I don't particularly like the source, so I was kind of hesitant on site. But I also don't know exactly like how valid it is. But there's a little buzz going right now in the Nintendo blogs, like Nintendo Life's got it, My Nintendo News, that Nintendo Prime channel. You guys ever caught that? It's like a Twitter YouTuber. He said that Nintendo was putting out fake leaks. I think coming into question, Nate the Hates comments. So now everything is like, could it be? But I also, Nate the Hate has talked about that before. They've tried to do that with him before. He doesn't have he has multiple sources. So either they got him or I think he's navigated around it.
It's Star Fox Grand Prix all over again.
100%. That's that. And I'm wondering if that was just being put out there because Nate the Hate got them so good that now they're like trying to call into question. But we'll see. Like, listen, summer is here, so we won't take long to figure this out. If there's no Star Fox announcement, it doesn't come soon, then obviously they got him. But I believe him based on his track record and how I've heard him talk about his sourcing. So we'll see soon. But there's a lot of speculation right now about all these rumors, whether or not they're true or false. But the fact that both of these games just got ratings for release, I mean, I'm still on I believe in Nate the Hate. Like I think he just got him. I think he just, and it kind of sucks for them. I understand why they want to try and close that loop because he just unveiled and spoiled their whole lineup for the year.
Yeah. Now, how does he prevent them from taking legal action?
That's a good question. I've always wanted to have like a conversation with somebody that would be more in the know about that. Because the question is like, there's a freedom of press issue there, right? But there's also like a DMCA illegal, like you're not, trusted for this information. You got it illegally.
I feel like
somehow.
It falls more into that camp.
Yeah, I do too. Which is why I've never been like, I like reading the rumors because I think it's just fun to talk about. You guys, and I've said it a bunch, this stuff never bothers me because I never get all that invested. Like the one time I got really invested, Jeff Grubb lost his hair. But outside of that, I don't really care if it's true or false. I like it just because it's fun to talk about. I feel like it's a part of the story. Like if you're listening to a Nintendo podcast every week, all year long, it's a part of the experience. Like there are things out there. I don't want to act like they're not there. I want to acknowledge that they're happening and we can talk about it. And then we can all find out together if it was true or false. To me, that's part of the fun. But I understand that there's a lot of people that they don't like this stuff. So, but again, the fact that these two games got ratings, the fact that Nate the Hate was like, yeah, those games are real and they're coming out this summer, because it would have been very easy. We were all thinking that Fire Emblem was going to be like in the fall, right? And then he was like, no, it's coming out this summer. And
I even said it's going to get delayed till next year. That's how.
And he was like, Star Fox is coming out this summer, and then he was like, and the other, like he was like, all of this is coming out this summer, and I was like, I mean, he's calling his shot, like he's standing on business.
We still don't know what's November.
Zelda remake, apparently.
Right.
But we don't know that yet. We don't know. So,
Jesus.
Yeah. That's with everything. Yeah. Grain of salt.
Boy.
Who knows?
And they don't seem to be caring about directs anymore. It's all Nintendo Today. Find out your news.
I think, and he said that that's how Star Fox is going to drop.
I fully believe that. We're going to be like waking up one morning, Nintendo Today announces new Star Fox.
Yep.
Watch the trailer that you can't share on anywhere else until it comes on YouTube 2 hours later.
I hope it's good. I would love nothing more than to love a Star Fox game.
I think it's gonna look good.
And of course, it's gonna drop right in the middle of World Cup. Like it's gonna be so weird. I'm gonna show up in like August 1st and be like, "All right, guys, what the hell did I miss?" You guys could be like everything.
Let's talk about some Star Fox. Like we played and beat Star Fox several months ago.
World Cup sucks. Speaking of rumors, this one I don't actually think is a rumor. I think this one's pretty sold. It looks like Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake, or I think what they're calling officially Resynced, is to be announced this week. What we don't know is whether or not this game is coming to Switch. I would assume so, right? Because you put shadows and everything. Like I would assume it's there, but we don't know that. But it looks like it'll be announced this week, potentially this Thursday at the PlayStation State of Play or Showcase or Digital Direct, whatever they call it.
That's a fun game. That's a good one to get a remaster.
I will buy and replay Black Flag. Yeah, I've always clowned I've made fun of the ships because I don't like the ship combat, but there's not a whole lot of it. You know, it's not the big part of the game. I beat Black Flag on Wii U of all places. I completely beat the entire game on Wii U. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy is another rumor. That game came to Switch via a cloud version, and it was just recently rated for Switch 2, leading to a lot of speculation that there should be a non-cloud version coming.
Great.
Good question is what happens to the people that have the cloud version?
They are fucked.
Do they just have to rebuy the game?
Much like, because Resident Evil is the same thing.
Yeah, I think you're right. They're just going to make people rebuy the game. That's pretty shitty, I think.
Yeah.
That's lame. You should give people the buy cloud version. Just give them the game.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
You know, like how many people could have bought Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy cloud version anyway?
Yeah. It is what it is. I would just
at least an upgrade fee.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like they'll probably have to buy it again. And then that's it. That's the news. Not a ton, Rebecca.
That moves us into questions directly from you. Starting with Winter Gamer. What?
Bring the hype, Rebecca.
Starting with Winter Gamer, who asks an amazing question, which is, compared to the Switch 1, what percentage of non-Nintendo games announced have you wondering if it will come to the Switch 2? For me, it feels like it will just be there. Did you cut off this question?
I did it. I copied and pasted it. For me, it feels like it'll just be there. I think it's how you read it.
Yeah.
You're like, for me, it feels like it will just be there.
I appreciate that she started this off with a great question from Winter Gamer. Completely botched it.
Yeah, he was just saying.
Have you wondering if it will come to the Switch 2?
Like when you see games get announced, I think the question, if I could surmise it or paraphrase, if you see third-party games get announced, are you just assuming they're Switch bound, or are you still checking to see if they're Switch 2 logos?
I am assuming that they're Switch 1.
I am still checking for logos. I am not assuming that everything is coming to Switch 2.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check.
Like I've wishlisted a couple games in the past week, and every time I'm checking for Switch 2 listings or
because
logos.
I feel like, doesn't it have to be, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like for there to be like a different Switch 2 version, there has to be something different about the game, right? Like different or better in some way. And so like, why wouldn't you make it a Switch 1 game to have a greater audience play your game?
Oh, I
think we're reading this wrong then.
Yeah. I think we're reading this wrong.
I think what he's saying is,
like on Switch 1, most third-party games did not come to Switch. They weren't supported.
Yes. So
he's saying on Switch 2, do you think that's been alleviated?
Yes.
Like when you see a third-party game get announced, are you just assuming it's going to show up on Switch 2?
So my answer varies. Depends on the company. Like, for example, Capcom is very good with that right now. Like, it seems like everything that's a Capcom game is coming to Switch 2.
Pragmata comes out this week, I think.
Yeah. So Pragmata, Resident Evil. So if I see a Capcom logo, I automatically assume it's a Switch 2 game. Now, other companies, I'm like, I don't know about you.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm not assuming.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't understand the
Capcom, 2K, I'm kind of feel like, okay, pretty much everything except Grand Theft Auto is going to come to Switch 2.
See, but that's a big one. And I feel like because the big ones aren't like, there is no Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Right. There is like a lot of these big ones have yet to show up. And until that happens, I can't just like assume that everything's going to be there. I'm still looking at logos.
Call of Duty will come.
Call of Duty was promised to us legally in the court of law.
A lot of things were promised to us
Correct.
legally by court of law, but they also lied.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't mean
That's
much
true.
of anything,
that doesn't mean much of anything. But yes, I'm still looking for logos, even on indie games, because I'm not assuming that everything's going to be there.
Yeah.
There's more stuff than before, for sure. There's more. But is it everything? Is it PlayStation? Is it ubiquitous? I don't think we're there yet.
Not yet.
Right.
But we're
I
getting
agree.
But I think not having Xbox and I think it's helping.
Oh, yeah. Helping it a lot.
Yeah, because these companies need some, like, I don't say they need, but they want to sell to more people than just PlayStation and PC, I think.
Yeah. I feel like at one point in time, I guess, was it last year, the year before last, it felt like the Yakuza games would just be going all to Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
And now it feels like this shifted where they're just going to Switch now too, like mainly Switch.
We saw that with Square, and I think that's like a Japanese thing that's been new, like Konami and Square. Like they're just supporting everything now.
Yeah.
The timed exclusivity windows have gone. Like they're just releasing everything.
But yeah, they're going hard on those Yakuza
Persona,
games
I
on
think, will
Switch
do the
too.
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we just talked about the Switch is selling extremely well in Japan. So I don't think of this as much as a Japanese issue, like a Japanese studio issue. I think most of them will support Switch. I think more of like an American Western developer. How many of them are supporting Switch? You know.
The next question is for y'all, not me. Captain Awesome asks, who wins in a crossover fight between all the Mario characters and the Predator?
Mario characters kill the Predator easy.
Does Kirby count as a Mario character or no?
No, Kirby's not a Mario character.
I was just making sure. I agree with you, but I'm just making sure.
All the Mario characters is like probably like 100 or more characters.
To be clear,
I think
the Predator has been killed by like regular humans. Like,
That's
it's like
true.
like it's,
I don't know. The Predator's a badass, though.
it's a badass. Granted, it's
Predator
a badass.
would work Mario.
I'm gonna
Like,
Google it.
absolutely work
Look,
Mario.
Yoshi can just eat the Predator and spit it out.
Yeah, he just, but and
that's it. Turn him to an
That's
egg.
it.
How tall is this thing?
The Predator?
at least 6'5".
Yeah,
Have you never seen a Predator movie, Rebecca?
I'm Googling it.
I don't think Rebecca's ever seen a Predator movie.
I don't even
That's
know what it's
fascinating.
from.
The Predator.
I don't think it's that
the name of the
fascinating.
movie.
I would have guessed she's never seen the Predator.
But they still make those movies like now. The one just came out.
Okay, here's my take. Mario alone has defeated scarier looking things than this guy.
That's a good take, Rebecca.
All he's gotta do is throw a couple fireballs at him, and he'll probably
That is-
fall into
yeah.
the lava.
He has armor that goes transparent. He's invisible.
Okay, I'm sure Mario's defeated an invisible enemy before.
Mario can get the invincibility star, so that's the thing.
Yeah,
That's
all he's
true,
gotta
the
do is get the
star-
invincibility star and bump into him, and then he's dead.
There's also like Mega Mario. Yeah, he could just smash.
Also, Danny Glover killed the Predator.
Where are we fighting the Predator? Is this in the world or in a Mario in the Mushroom?
That
Kingdom?
is a good point.
Oh, I saw the Mario movie, guys.
What
we
do you
talked
think of
about that. Yeah, what'd you think?
I liked it.
Same.
See?
I
Yeah, I had a
liked
great
it.
time.
All three of us liked it.
Yeah, I had a
It's
really
Shaq
good time.
approved.
Yeah.
I
It
got a
was
Miyoshi
enjoyable.
bucket.
I did
Oh,
too.
good.
Somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
it was enjoyable. I was smiling the whole time.
I liked it more than the first one. I like the sequel more than the first one.
I guess I did. Wait, the Star Fox part with that Star Fox animation, like let me tell you that made me want to play a Star Fox game. Like that did the
Goddamn
marketing.
right. It worked.
It worked.
Did you guys not see you're not the first person to bring this up. So this came up in our Discord, I think 2 or 3 times. And my first thought was, did you guys never see the Star Fox animation that Nintendo made during the Wii U's days?
I did.
If
Apparently
I
that
did,
didn't
I
get
didn't
around.
remember it.
Yeah,
I did.
nobody remembered it. Okay. Because everyone was like, "This is incredible! Make this the game!" And I'm like, "Did you guys not? Like, we've seen this before."
Yeah.
It was like a 20
I would watch
minute.
a whole TV show.
There's like a 20-minute video of just that.
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe I should go watch it.
They also had Star Fox puppets,
True.
which were cool.
I would love an anime style Star Fox. That'd be incredible.
That would be.
Like that would be awesome. Like that would be
something
awesome.
Netflix or Paramount Plus should do.
I've always wanted that to be a Metroid thing. But
Well,
either
they
one of
can do
those. Yeah, either one of those works. And a crossover there could be great. Yeah, you're right, XPS. I mean, the Wii U days. It doesn't seem nearly as close as it used to be in my mind. It's been a long time. And I mean it only to share for people that are like, I love this, I want more of it. It's like more exists.
Yeah, there's a
You
little
can
more
find
of
it. Yeah, you can go to YouTube and see it. It's pretty cool.
He also wants to know any guess for the Fire Emblem drop.
I'm gonna say it's August or September. Just a hunch.
Yeah, I was gonna say August.
I mean, they have literally dropped Fire Emblem at all times of the year. So I don't think you can make too much of a guess out of a historical basis. But what we have already discussed is apparently there's a Star Fox game, there's a Splatoon game. We're thinking all of that's coming out this summer, and I put that in air quotes, summer.
August
And
feels right.
if we're all leading up to like a fall with an Ocarina thing, then I think in August or even a September, I think putting Fire Emblem in there with a big special edition and whatnot is a really good kind of fill a window, fill a void of time until you get to Zelda. I think that probably makes the most sense. I don't know if I would want, for example, Splatoon Raiders to sit in that same window because it's a new thing. So I think maybe getting that out a little early might make more sense. But you know what you're getting out of Fire Emblem, so put it in the spot and let it do its thing.
Right. Yeah. Famajeff asks a really good question. What, if anything, would you like Ocarina Remake to do differently? Talked a little bit about it, but what specifically?
When we first heard this rumor and we first talked about it, in the back of my head, I was constantly kind of thinking about like why are they doing this? I don't think they're doing this just because it's the anniversary. Only because we don't have a whole lot of reference that they do that all the time, right? I think it's something a bit more. And in my head, I was thinking like maybe it's like a new engine, maybe it's a new technology, maybe I even thought like maybe they would make it. I dare say this. Maybe they'd add like some multiplayer thing. Maybe a second person could be Navi or something like that. And I feel like my question was perhaps answered this week. I didn't put it in the notes, but I'm not sure if you guys saw it. But essentially, Nintendo introduced Monolith Soft as a Zelda developer this week. They have like a whole page on the Monolith Soft website. It's in Japanese about how much support they've done for Zelda and all the things they're doing for Zelda. And like 6 months ago, Nintendo, I think Eiji Aonuma mentioned that he wanted Monolith to be more focused on Zelda development and like more of a partner, like an equal partner. And we were all talking about like, is this Grezzo doing this? Is it somebody else? I heard Grub talk about Bandai. Several people mentioned it could have been Monolith. And now after seeing all of this, I'm actually starting to put those dots. I'm starting to connect those dots. And I think maybe they're doing this to get Monolith a project to start working on. And maybe that's why they're doing this. None of that really answers what I want them to do differently. I don't, I'm scared for them to change it too much. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I want them to either go all out with like huge changes, like a reimagining type of thing, or keep it exactly the same and just look nicer.
Yeah. Like I could see a new dungeon. I could see new enemies.
A new dungeon would be cool.
It was always like was it the light dungeon that everybody thought was like missing or like omitted?
I feel like I want to be surprised playing Ocarina of Time again. Like just
hard.
to like feel like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that in like a good way. Again for Ocarina of Time, like would just be so cool.
Yeah.
Turning off Navi should be an option.
No, we love Navi. I don't know.
I think they could fix Navi. They could make Navi more of a companion and less of a guide. I think would be fun.
Yeah.
I think the most you can do is something new with Hyrule Field.
Yes.
Like in today's times, Hyrule Field is a big empty space. So you could put some shit in it. You could do some stuff there. But the question is, do you do that? Do you tarnish like people's memory of it? You know?
Yeah.
Depends on what they
My
wanna do.
dream is for them to do a reimagining like in full, but I don't think that's going to
Yeah,
happen.
that's what I would do. The reimagining. Give it the feel of how Resident Evil 4 feels to us now. Like, hey, if you
Mhm.
play the reimagine of Resident Evil 4, it feels like you're playing what you thought the original game looked like,
Mhm.
but it's a completely new experience.
Mhm.
That's fine. I think it'd be really cool to do that something like that with
Yeah.
a Zelda game.
Yeah. I mean, we do have Link to the Past, which is basically that. So I'm on board with it. But even Link to the Past is still pretty, barring graphics and whatnot, it's still trying original, right? True to the original.
Yeah.
Wind Waker HD might be the most that they've actually changed the core of a game. Combat, they could make combat like a way more thrilling, way more cinematic, I think. Especially with like camera controls, like full blown camera
Yes, I
controls.
want a full spinning camera. That's what I
And if
want
you
so
do
badly.
that, then I do think you may need to redo the combat, like all of it. You may need to rebuild the combat to take in that camera,
Yeah.
and what people can do with it. So you could add probably more enemies, I would imagine. Probably need
Did
more enemies.
3DS have a full rotating camera?
No, I don't think so.
It was like
It
a
was still kind of the same. Yeah.
okay. I'm very excited. I hope that gets announced soon. I just want to see it.
Same. Yeah. And we'll all buy whatever it is. That I'm not worried about. We're all in on whatever it is. I do worry. I wonder if they change it too much, if that becomes a detraction. I don't think so. But again, there's
Ooh,
like a
for orchestra, for full
Ooh.
orchestral score. Love
voice
that.
acting.
No.
No,
You don't think so?
Nah.
no,
You could give Sorry a voice,
nah.
Malin and them. I think this could be. That's one way
Sorry,
to make it feel
it's
different.
fine saying hello. Perfectly fine.
Cutscenes, maybe dialogue and
I'll do
cutscenes.
cutscenes. Oh, cutscenes would be
That's
great.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That works.
Love that. There are already a few cutscenes in the game. It would be
More
cool to get
fishing.
Can't complain about fishing.
More fishing.
like a second fishing hole. They added 2 fishing holes in Majora's Mask 3D.
Yeah. Could you imagine like a leaderboard, like a fishing hole leaderboard?
That'd be cool as hell.
That'd be awesome, right?
Where would they put the other fishing hole? I could see it like in like Hyrule Castle area,
All they
maybe
have
like
to do
like a
It's like create a bombable wall and you walk into a different fishing hole anywhere. You
or
know,
like in the
like
Lost Woods, like a Lost Woods fishing hole.
That would be that's excellent. Yeah, no, I'm on board with that. I was even if you plant like the magic beans somewhere and it takes you to a fishing hole, like in the second, yeah.
Or they add like a route in the Lost Woods. You know how like some of the routes are dead ends and it takes you back to the beginning. Like they add a route to get to like a Lost Woods fishing hole. So
Lost Woods fishing hole is pretty epic.
Hell yeah.
I think they could they should really, I mean, honestly streamline and maybe fix the water temple. Right?
Oh yeah.
Let you navigate all of that a little easier. I think they could do that. They kind of did that in the 3DS version, and I appreciated it. But I actually, it's one of those I never really had much of an issue with that. But it is just tedious. Go back to the thing, do the song, change the boots. Go back to the thing, do the song. They could just.
I think it's
that a little.
only annoying if you like stop and take a break in the middle of the dungeon and like you kind of forget like
I agree with
you're
you.
kind of all turned around.
Yeah.
You know, it was so nice to have that Iron Boots button on the 3DS. I would like to know how they would like fix that for the console version where there's not a little screen in front of you. We got to have a quick toggle.
Voice acting might be a way to pave the ground for the movie. Just getting people used to people talking in a Zelda game.
Well, we have people talking in Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom.
Like I am very much on that. Like I'm worried about this. Like what the movie and what Zelda thinks talking might do to everything I've ever thought about, Zelda games.
Yeah.
I could see.
I'm
I could
not
see them wanting to do
worried.
it.
I don't want
I'm
to
not worried. I think it's going to be fine. I don't think they need to add it to Ocarina of Time, though.
I'm more intrigued by the. I'm just here for Ocarina, so yeah, I'm all in. I more want to see if there is a system and what that is. I think I'm more interested in seeing that than the game. It's like I know what Ocarina of Time is.
Mm-hmm.
Should be a gold Switch too.
Yes. Apple mac and cheese.
Hyrule Nate says you can control the camera in Majora's Mask with the new Circle Pad Pro, and I was thinking, remembering with the nub in my hand. I was thinking, I was like, can I move it with the nub or not? Like I wasn't.
Just Majora's Mask, though. That was like the big selling feature.
Yeah.
It's like one of 3 games that does that.
Because I remembered, I was like, I played Ocarina of Time, I think last year before, wasn't that long ago, and I was like, did I use the nub? I don't think so.
No.
But I remembered that I felt like I could, and yeah, Majora's Mask, the nubbin, our little Lenovo nub.
Apple mac and cheese asks, Kirby Air Riders versus Mario Tennis Fever. If you can only buy one, which one do you choose? I think that is the easiest choice in the whole wide world.
Interesting. What would you choose?
Kirby Air Riders.
I would also choose Air Riders.
As someone who has played neither of them.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm somewhat torn. I think it's a good choice to pick between the two. I do think I like Mario Tennis Fever more than Air Riders.
Okay.
Yeah. I like Mario Tennis Fever a lot. I'm still playing that game. I am still playing it. I played it this week. It's fun.
Okay.
I'm just telling you. And don't hate until you haven't played either one of them. How would you know? Like, what the fuck? I gotta take this from you. You've never even played them.
I have expert opinions on games that I've never played.
That's how that works.
I think Mario Tennis Fever is my favorite Mario Tennis game since 64.
Okay. And Kirby Air Riders is the best Kirby Air Riders since Kirby Air Riders.
Oh, that's true. You got me there, Rebecca. I can't argue with that.
Adam, with our last question, as we all have multiple systems to play on, how do you choose which system to use when buying a game?
That's a good question. I always look, for one, I buy multiple copies of the same game sometimes on both systems.
Oh, I don't do that.
Depending on what each system brings to the table. Like, I bought Resident Evil twice because originally I wanted to play it on Switch too. And then they were like, hey, this is the best game you can play on PS5 Pro. So like, oh, I have to see this. And they were correct. They're like, it looks amazing on PS5 Pro. But I kind of go back and forth. Like some games I want to play for the handheld experience. So if it's a game I want to play for the handheld experience, I get on Switch too firsthand. There's something I know I'm going to be sitting in the couch to play. I get it on PS5. That's kind of how I look at it.
For me, if it is obviously exclusivity, makes the choice for you. Mostly for me, like I will probably mostly only buy games on either Switch or Steam. Like if it's available everywhere, like I don't even really consider PS5 or Xbox if it's available in one of the other two. I'm almost done. Okay, great. He's doing jumping jacks.
What?
He's doing
this
jumping
the
jacks.
person just walked in and started doing jumping jacks.
Yes.
There's nowhere else in this house to jumping jack?
No.
No.
Ukrainians are
If
taking
it
over the
is
house,
cheaper If it is equivalent on both Switch and Steam, I will pick Switch. If it is cheaper on Steam, which sometimes it usually is, I will buy it on Steam and play it on the Steam Deck.
I'm glad you said that because I thought it was interesting that up until that point, not one of you had mentioned price.
Oh no, price is
'Cause
almost
that's-
another option for me.
Price
a big-
matters for me for Switch versus Steam.
I would
Steam,
say,
I use for like PC exclusive games. Like I just bought Samson on Steam because it's only on Steam. It's only on PC, so that's what
Pretty much indies. Like the only thing that I'm buying on Steam is like indies, and like if they're on Switch and Steam, I just pick whichever is cheaper, which is usually Steam.
yeah, I mostly buy everything on Switch if possible. Because that's what I like. The Switch is what I play. Oftentimes when I've had a PS5, the reason I get rid of it is just because I just don't like. I don't even think to play it. It's there, but I don't even think to turn it on, right? Because I just mainly play Switch. Like I'm just mainly playing. If it's on Switch, I'm probably going to play it on Switch. Unless I hear or see that it's like incredibly compromised. You know, like if it's just a really bad experience on Switch, then I'll look to do something else. And all of that said with the caveat, price. If it's a game that if it isn't day one, because I probably buy 90% of my day one purchases, I would imagine, are on Switch. Probably way more than that, actually. 98% of my day one purchases, I think, are probably Switch games. Mm-hmm. I do not buy day one games on other platforms, if at all. So usually price is the motivating factor for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With indie games or third-party games or games that I just missed, games that have been out for years or released already, maybe it never came to Switch or something, then it's just about price. If I can get it cheap on PlayStation 5, or if Haley will buy it, like Life is Strange Reunion, and I can just live off a Haley Pass, then I will play that. Or if it's $6 on Steam, then I will play that. And that is typically just how my ecosystem works.
Right.
You know, I only buy things on Steam and PlayStation if they're really cheap. So.
Yeah, which a lot of times they are.
Yeah. But if I'm buying a day one, I can't remember the last day one game I bought on PlayStation, Xbox, or Steam. Mm-mm. Dying Light comes to mind immediately. Like I just bought Romeo's a Dead Man, not day one, but I bought it on PlayStation 5 only because I had a discount code. You know, so it's like it's really price, I think, more than anything. It's just if I have to buy it somewhere not Switch, then I start like that's when I do comparison shopping. I never do comparison shopping if I'm going to buy something on Switch. I don't care what the price is anywhere else. If it's on Switch, I want to play it on Switch, then I'm just going to buy it on Switch. To me, that is the price. Whatever the Switch price is, that's the price. It's once I go, it's not on Switch or I don't want to play it on Switch, then I go, all right, now let's compare pricing. And I usually buy wherever it's cheaper. That's why I like Steam so much. That's why I want a Steam machine. Because
same.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Good stuff. Anything else before we close out the show? Anything burning to get off your chest?
God Game Guy says, I don't think I've ever bought day one. That's impressive.
That's good.
Anything?
That's really impressive. I know a lot of people. I would say a lot of people, but I know, yeah, there's a lot of people that just like, you're all fools. Why are any of you buying game? Like,
don't you have a favorite series that you're like, oh my God, I can't wait to like make my entire life this game? You can't wait a single more second?
To High Road Nate, he chimes in and he factors in game key card. And I've let that go too. Like, I'll buy a game key card if I want. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah, so for that.
I've let that go.
I've let it go.
And I'm hoping as the time goes on, perhaps maybe there's less of that. I don't know if that's just optimism on like what's happening recently, but it definitely feels like it's not as. I feel like on the AAA side, the big publishers, they just want as much money as possible, so the game key card things would keep happening. But it seems like right below that, it feels like the game key card things are really thinning out. Mm-hmm. More and more things are showing up as on cartridge. I wonder, do you think they'll ever reprint game key card games as like physical games?
No.
Probably not.
Do you think we'll get like Resident Evil pack that's not game key card or?
No.
So Pacopia is a game key card, right? Do you think we get a Pacopia non-game key card?
No.
No.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I generally think when you look at that, when you look at why that's happening, who's doing it, it's generally like the big publishers. And I think they just want the most money possible. They're like, we're already losing a cut, so let's not give more of that cut away than we have to.
I mean, if people are already buying them on the key card, what makes you think?
It feels like there's like a demarcation line, an inflection point where like you're either so popular that you can weather the storm of the game key card because they're going to buy it anyway, or you're not popular enough so having a physical cartridge is actually like a boon. More people will buy your game because it's physical versus a game key card. And there's like a line there, right?
Yeah.
I'd love to talk to developers about that. I'd love to know, like, are you torn between whether or not to do game key card? Like, how much is this costing you? You know? Because some of these indie devs they're going full blown.
I'm sure that information will come out probably.
Sure. Yeah. Usually in time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That stuff starts to percolate out. And I think once these more, like this smaller cartridge comes in, I think the game key card thing will, I don't think it's going away, but I think it'll fade out of like topic. It won't be
The
so
main
much a
stream.
topic.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think so. I agree.
Yeah.
All right. That is the show.
Well, Happy Shack.
Happy Shack. We'll see you possibly on 420 next week.
420. What?
We'll let you know.
Wake and bake next Sunday, guys. Can't do
Oh
it
my
Monday. It's a work day.
Yeah.
But Sunday.
We can't
I'm
do
here
it
for
Monday
it.
night? Monday
You
evening?
can, but like if we're like, do you want to be, well, you're not going to do anything, but like, do I want to be broadcasting it on a work night? Maybe not.
No, I'll probably be asleep
Yeah, maybe not. It's like Sunday. Sunday works.
Sunday. Okay.
Sunday
Just-
fun day.
Tree celebrating.
What a better way to start your day.
Yeah.
Do that, have a
Yeah.
great lunch, play Pocopia,
There you go.
or Jay and Silent Bob's Chronic Blunt Punch.
Is
I think
is
that
a
comes
game?
out this week, and
Of course it does.
I have pre-purchased it.
Of
Yeah.
course you
I have.
did.
Of course I did. So yeah, what a better time. Happy 420, everybody.
Happy 420.
Get excited.
We'll see you then.
Yeah.
Have a great week, Koopalings.
Bye. Or Garrett. Bye. Whenever you're ready.
All right. This is Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening. And I forgot the line already. What?